But here, it pays better. I can support my children on what I make here, she explained. After efforts to heighten security along the Mexican border in the wake of the 9/11 terrorist attacks in 2001, immigrants who occasionally used to return to their countries of origin stopped making those trips. The journey back was becoming increasingly dangerous and costly. The routes that undocumented immigrants had followed before, along the beaches in California or across the river in Texas, had been redirected through the deserts of Arizona and New Mexico, where organized crime gangs were very active. Over the past decade, deaths of migrants from Mexico and Central America due to exposure and dehydration have increased in alarming numbers, as have kidnappings, extortions, and murders. Faced with this grim reality, many undocumented immigrants have chosen to take the risk just once and then pay someone to bring their family members across, women, adolescents, even small children, so they can live together permanently on this side of the border. For the undocumented immigrants' countries of origin, the immigrants' presence in the United States has significant economic and political repercussions. For countries that heavily depend on the money sent home, such as Mexico and El Salvador, the migration of their countrymen provides a major source of relief on two fronts. The dollars sent home help alleviate the effects of high unemployment and general lack of opportunity in the local communities, and the migrants' mere absence provides economic relief to the state, which does not have to provide basic services to the millions of citizens not residing in the country, such as public education for hundreds of thousands of school-age children, a cost now assumed by communities in the United States. The migrants' countries of origin tend to wash their hands of whatever may happen to their citizens once they set foot on U.S. soil, as if their own governments no longer bore any responsibility for them. Far from recognizing the double sacrifice that migrants make by taking the risk to seek out a better life and then generously supporting their communities back home, people in their countries of origin often refer to them on internet pages or in public debates as cowards and traitors. In early 2004, my husband and I arrived in Los Angeles with nothing more than a few suitcases and plans to make a documentary film. Like so many other foreigners living here, we told ourselves we would stay for just a year, 2 at the most. Years, though, have already sped by. Other immigrants have been here for 20 or 30 years, and still others arrived just a few months ago, swearing to stay for only a little while. We have learned to smile knowingly at these new arrivals, just like the old-timers used to smile at us. Until 2004, my personal and professional life as a journalist had unfolded in Mexico City, where I covered politics and social issues. So when after a few months in Los Angeles I started reporting for La Opinión, the Spanish-language daily newspaper with the largest circulation in the United States, deeply rooted in the immigrant community, I was assigned stories affecting the Mexican community in the United States, involving border-related and immigration issues. I came across dozens of immigrant stories. Some were tales of success and triumph. Others were of pain and heartbreak. And I was lucky to get to know the youngest generation of this community, children and teens whose parents had made the decision to migrate for them, bringing them to the United States. In other words, they are undocumented involuntarily, with no social security number or proof of residency that would make legal their presence in the country they consider their own. They are denied access to educational scholarships and financial aid, denied the opportunity to pursue a career or even land a decent job, to travel freely, or to get a driver's license. They live under the threatening shadow of deportation to a country they left as small children, a place they do not remember, where they may not even speak the language. These young people are the Dreamers, a name that comes from the Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors, DREAM Act, a bill introduced in the U.S. Senate in 2001. Over the years I've spent here, and through getting to know some of the members of this generation, I have come to realize that the only way to really understand the immigration issue is through the people who are personally affected by the policies and laws, or the lack thereof, meant to deal with the problem. Plenty of governmental agencies, universities, and nonprofit organizations perform statistical analyses